Hello, welcome to this video. In this video, I will talk about opening a business in Brazil. Okay, I'm a native, lived here over the past 35 years, and I will tell you about my personal experience because I had a business for over 5 years. Okay, and it has good points, negative points. Okay, and they are equal. They have a equal size in the decision if you go this way or not. Okay, I had this two business, okay, for over 5 years, and decided to close the business model, and I will talk about the reasons to do that. Okay, and today I work for myself, and it's much better, okay, model of working, but it can be different for you, depends of a lot of factors. Okay, but whatever, I will talk about in this video about the negative side of opening a business in Brazil, the challenge, the difficulties, because this nobody talks about. Everybody talks about how good it is to be an entrepreneur. What's the advantage? Liberty of time, of money, freedom of time, things like this. Okay, this video will be nothing like this. I will tell the truth based in my personal experience as a native in Brazil. So let's talk about the challenges. Okay, first big challenge you will have is about our tax system. Okay, the tax system in Brazil is a little bit different from USA. Let's compare, because in USA, as I know, researching the internet, things like this, you pay the tax only about the revenue there. Okay, you register your income and expenses and pay a tax only based in the revenue. Okay, in Brazil, no. Brazil, the state comes first. Okay, the state controls everything. Brazil is almost a dictatorship. They control everything in your business. You understand it. But in other words, in Brazil, the tax are charged on the main income. Okay? So, if your business makes 20 grand, you pay the tax on the 20 grand. Okay? Not only on the revenue, but the total income. This is terrible. Okay? Because if you have losses in your business, you will have to pay the tax no matter what happens. The state comes first. It's a fixed expense and not a variable expense. That's one of the reasons Brazil is so poor, because it prevents small companies to grow, because small companies have limited revenues. Okay? So in Brazil we have this monopoly of big companies that make deals with the government and create these laws to guarantee they stay big. It's true. It's so true that in Brazil, almost 80% of all the companies are small. So be very careful. The tax here are on the total income, not only in the revenue. Okay? Another big challenge in Brazil when you open a business is different from USA, that you make a contract, a work contract, that people work for hours, earn money for hours. Here, no. Here you don't have the state make this contract for you. Okay, The state regulates how many hours a worker will work, almost everything. In other words, you are not free to make contracts with other individuals. Okay? So there is all a legislation, a big legislation regarding the work, okay? That if you disobey one rule, it's impossible to know all the rules because there are so many rules that's impossible, even for an accountant to know all the rules. So if you disobey one rule, they work for you, put the money in the pockets, and when you fire them and they leave, they put you in court. Okay? They put you in court and you have to pay a fine, very high fine. Okay? So it makes the labor force costs go high, the risk go high. Okay? So the tax in Brazil is not very high, but it's charged on the total income of the business and not only in the revenue. Another challenge, different from USA, Europe, Canada, Australia, people here are very uneducated and hate bosses. Okay? It means that you will hire people that barely can read, that barely can do anything, do very badly things, okay? I'm not assuming that all people are like this, but the majority of people are like this. The majority of the people is like this. So people are very uneducated here. And they hate bosses. What means that they will work very angry for you. They are very angry. They hate you. Okay, they will try to steal you. They will look for you as an enemy. Because here in Brazil there is this culture, capitalists against the poor people. Things like this that in other countries we have too, but not so deeply in the minds of people as we have here, because we have this mentality here since for more than 100 years. So this mentality is so deep in the people's mind that's ridiculous. So you have people that are very uneducated for you, working for you, that are very angry about you, about bosses, about capitalism. Okay, and there are some particularities that are kind of like this. If your employee gets sick and they stay 1 week without work, you pay. You pay. Not the government. You pay. So it's like this, okay? So hiring in Brazil is very complicated because of the factors. It's not that it's very expensive to hire somebody. It's very stressful and it's very difficult to train, to make they work together, because always they will look at you as an enemy. They try to steal you and things like this. It's very complicated. That's one big reason that Brazil is a poor country, is because of this culture that is deep inside. So I recommend you, if you come to Brazil, work alone in your business in the beginning, okay? Or hire just one person, maximum, okay? And work alone, you alone with your wife, with some parent or things like this, okay? But start very conservative, because working with people here is very difficult. Another challenge you will have in Brazil is violence, crime rates. crime rates are so high here that you can't open a business in the street with a store in the street, something like this, without having some private security, because it doesn't have police here. Police here is very ineffective. Okay, people here doesn't have guns. The thieves here, yes, they have guns, but people is not allowed to have guns. So you have an environment, a very dangerous environment, that's in any moment could a thief can come in your store with a gun and kill you, just like this. So you will have to have particular private security in your store. It's one additional cost, okay? Indeed, and this is one additional reason that Brazil is so poor, because the unsafety, the public unsafety. So, okay? So these are the challenges. For conclusion, I would recommend you, if you want to build a business here, you have, I will record the video about the positive side of working with a business in Brazil. But if you want to open a business, go conservative initially, working alone, while you feel the culture, you understand how people here think. It's very difficult the way they think here, I can guarantee. But go slow. Don't go open a big restaurant, hire 10, 20 people. Don't do this, okay? Go very slow. It's very difficult, and what I recommend you is go conservative, at least in the beginning. So thank you for your view. Tap the like button, subscribe to the channel, and see you.